Oh my.
Damn.
Hi guys, my name is Jessica Stockstill and most of you know me from years of documenting my life through a lens. Welcome to my new series where we are traveling all over the country and telling unique design stories within people's homes. This is Stockstill Studios. So today we are in Holly, Michigan, which is so close to where I'm from. We are redoing a living room for my childhood best friend who is getting married this summer. By the time this episode is out, she's Mrs. Roback. I always think about when your siblings or your closest friends get married and their name changes. It's so bizarre. I wanted to keep myself on budget for this project. We tried to keep everything under $1,000, which I think I probably went over, but I get too excited once I get shopping for all of the accessories.
Okay, so listen, I need your help. You've seen my house, it needs help. There's so much potential, but I'm just not great at finding the pieces to put together.
Allie sends me her before video. But to be fair, it was March Madness and they don't typically have the second TV sitting in the room.
We've been in our house for almost 3 years now. It's new construction, new build, so it's very cookie cutter. I don't know what it is. I just don't know how to put it together. I don't know exactly what pieces to get and what to do.
As I start every project, I like to pull inspiration from the area, the outside surroundings, and of course the rooms you're entering off of. Allie's Pinterest board was very cohesive with her tones and colors that she likes, which made it super easy for me because she's definitely like a fall, autumn, a lot of warm fall colors. Since this was my budget project, I definitely think this is all of us in every area of our life. If we want to make a cute little change in our home, you can make drastic differences with things you already have or DIY projects. You can find alternatives for anything in life. The furniture, the accessories, the shitty guy you're dating, there's always an alternative. The budget doesn't always need to be super high, and that's the beauty about transforming a space is you can do little tweaks to it. You can use things you have already at home. I like to go to vintage shops, thrifting. You can find the most amazing pieces for so much less. It really is so easy to find an alternative to anything. The shitty guy you're dating. So I knew exactly what she wanted by looking at her mood board, and there were a couple of things that had to stay in the room, that being the big massive couch, which honestly I wasn't upset about. It is so comfy and it's such a good piece for them, and they are mainly in this room hanging out. It's so functional, so I kind of wanted to design around this big sofa. And the thing that keeps me up at night is this massive TV that I was not gonna get my way and swap it out for just a little bit smaller one because I don't know what it is with men and their massive TVs, but this one wasn't going anywhere, so I lost that battle. The stone around the fireplace was so beautiful, and I really did love the texture that it brought into the room. And it probably could have stayed gray because it's a natural stone and it would have been just fine. But I wanted to try a little DIY and lime wash it. There are so many options when it comes to lime wash, and you can really transform stone and brick just by painting it with lime wash, and it was actually super simple. This was a last minute decision. I feel like I have a lisp all of a sudden. Wait, what? Am I lisping? No. I feel like I'm rushing and I don't need to rush to get this done, but I was like looking at last minute options on how to change this up. And without ripping everything down and like redoing the whole fireplace, because obviously this is my budget project, this is the cheapest and most effective way to really change the appearance. There are not very many options in stores. There's probably like 1 or 2 colors. So if I would have known that I was gonna do this sooner, to custom order it would have been so perfect. But we worked with the time we had and what we did, and they can always down the line go over it. It's very inexpensive to do so. Something that I felt really transformed the room was bringing in a massive area rug, and they do have carpet, with plans to rip that up, which then when they put the area rug, it'll go a lot better, but it was so massive that it ended up covering almost the whole room. There's a beautiful accent wall that Allie DIY'd herself.
We started off by painting that one accent wall black, but I think it kind of just made our situation a little bit worse.
To keep it easy and simple, we just changed the shade to more of an olivey brown color, and it turned out really nice. And I think that's a great option. If you even just go a little bit off black, it can be so much more warm and inviting and bring everything else together. I got these linen curtains to cover this big window. I love this big window, but our view is of the back of other homes, so we're going to let the light in still while giving some privacy and blocking all of that out. So she already had the right idea here with covering the window with sheer curtains. We pulled them down. They were gray and white, and I pulled those down and did more of a oatmeal-y creamy white. I'm the biggest advocate for making a very inexpensive curtain look so expensive if you perfectly steam them.
My arm's about to fall off.
Get the exact length that you need. And I think a lot of people go wrong with that. They just open them out of the pack and throw them on the windows. You'll be blown away with how elevated they can look. I think these curtains were like $16 and you would never know. Lighting. I talked in episode 1 about how lighting is my favorite feature in a room, and I really examine lighting in every single room. How can it be better? How can it be more effective or more functional? Because it's a brand new house, a lot of it was builder grade. There was this boob light, is what I like to call it, in this big room with a tiny little boob light. And it seriously looks like a boob plastered on your ceiling, and it's the worst light of all time. They need to just discontinue boob lights and figure it out. We found this really cute light, and it looks so antique-y and expensive at the same time.
I feel like it's so stocked right now too. There's so much stuff.
The final touch shopping is always my favorite part, because then you know you're gonna go home and put it all together. Allie's been upstairs for half the day today because, as always, I always think this is gonna be a quick process. And then I find myself painting things, steaming things, and just taking an entire 12 hours to put this together. I don't even know how my legs are still working. I remember my back was like radiating pain. I was rushing, like doing so much stuff, because I didn't realize how big of a project this actually was with the painting. It was just all in a one-day thing. So we were going crazy, and I was ready for a nap when it was time for am I glitching? I'm glitching. When it was time for the final reveal, I feel like the adrenaline kicked in because I was just so excited for her to see it. And honestly, when they walked in, I don't think it could have been a more heartfelt moment for me. I could just tell on her face how happy she was, and it really makes me so emotional because I do look at her as my little sister. To see them so happy, it just made me, it like honestly made my whole year. 1,
I'm nervous. I don't want to look at it. Wait.
3.
I guarantee you're already looking. Oh shit. This is sick.
Shut
I like
the
this.
front door. Stop.
I like it.
You like it, Al?
I'm obsessed.
What the hell? When the sun
I love
comes
this.
in the morning.
Oh my god. This is beautiful.
I love it!
No, the vision is sweet.
Literally. It's not hit me yet. It doesn't feel like my living room yet.
Oh my god.
Seriously, it feels like a whole, I'm like in someone else's house right now.
You know what you like.
I know what I like, but I don't know how to like do that. Right?
Yeah. Well, I feel like you could, yeah. But
Oh,
Yeah,
you got a lot
she
of hope,
can.
but
she could.
Yeah.
no, this is
But
perfect.
no, you killed it.
I love it. Seriously, I love it. Literally, we cannot
Color.
thank you enough. Like words, things, everything, like can't thank you enough. Seriously. I love you. Thank you.
So worth it. Seriously.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate you.
Holy crap.
It's insane.
Fairplace.
This is your house, buddy!
This is like a total change.
I love
We just had the best time looking at everything and going over like where she would be spending most of our time. I feel like we all spend most of our time in our living room, so it was really special. I almost started crying. Next time on Stockstill Studios, we are headed back to Indianapolis to curate the guest room of my dreams for the cutest wag and NBA player. You don't want to miss this expensive drama. Thank you guys for tuning in and joining me on this brand new interior design journey. I hope that you have enjoyed it, and I'm really excited to announce that we are now opening applications to have your home featured in this series. So check out the details, they're all in the caption. I can't wait to share this experience with you guys and transform your space.